So this is a walk that we are starting from Front and Bathurst. As you can see, that was a view of the CN Tower. We're cutting through to Victoria Memorial Square. This is a beautiful square in the middle of King West neighborhood. Overlooks the brand new well area. Here we are cutting through Stewart Street, and we're cutting through from actually Wellington Avenue right through to Stewart Street. And this is the little cut through where I have the coffee and cornetto at Oretta Cafe. And then this is King Street West, beautiful streetcars of King Street West. Obviously there was a little bit of a traffic jam with TTC. This is typically how busy King Street is. Honestly, probably just any time during the day. It's always really been super busy. I think this is Easter weekend, so lots of flowers out there. The vendors. I actually love watching the streetcars go by. I go for about 2 walks, one in the morning and then one in the evening, especially around sunset time, because I love the way the sun hits a lot of the buildings and casts a lot of shadows along the streets. It's just beautiful. I love sunset walks in Toronto. They hit differently. Passing through here, Stanley Park. There's a lot of like little side streets and stuff. This is actually going to be teared down. There's going to be a condo. They're going to actually preserve this part of the building. I'm not sure if there will be the pub, but I know that will be changed. I love the eclectic neighborhood. We're in the Trinity Bellwoods neighborhood in Queen West. There's an eclectic range of homes here, from like traditional Victorian homes to nice contemporary modern homes. I just love it. It goes throughout the whole city. There's a lot of neighborhoods like this. Here we are, we're passing through Queen Street West, and we're gonna head through the gates into Trinity Bellwoods Park. This is a very popular park. It's always busy, no matter what time of year it is in Toronto. Obviously the leaves have not come in, but the cherry blossoms will be coming in soon for sure. But this is a great, beautiful walk. It's nice. Toronto has so many parks. It is ridiculous. There's so many cut-throughs that you can go through within every neighborhood, and you are bound to come across, whether it's a big park or a small park. But I gotta say, Toronto has a lot of greenery. So here we are, we're on Dundas. This is where the Trinity Bellwoods Park ends. So it starts at Queen West and it ends on, you come out on top from Dundas West. And we're making our way, walking east and heading down to Ossington. We're gonna go through the Ossington strip here. So right here, we're at the corner of Dundas and Ossington. And this is a beautiful strip here on Ossington Avenue. This is a very fun street to be on, honestly, any night of the week. Whether you're here for even for yourself or even with a group of people, these are great restaurants. I'm not going to say they're low key, but they're not higher end. This is a very cool urban neighborhood. It's always busy no matter when you're here, so I recommend always making reservations. Ossington is a pretty cool street, gotta say. There's like the vibe is just, I don't know, it's very funky and it's very trendy. This is a mix of King West and Queen West vibes. So both those streets, King West and Queen West, have two distinctively different vibes, and I do think that Ossington has a great way of kind of blending those together, because it'll cross over. Ossington is a north-south street, and it'll cut through Queen Street and cut through King West, so it's a great way. Look at this beautiful, colorful buildings. It's a great way to really merge the ambiance. I love Toronto. Toronto has a lot of different facades, a lot of heritage building and a lot of like revitalized buildings, and a lot of even Art Deco periods. Lots of graffiti, but beautiful graffiti. That wasn't the graffiti alley, but that'll be another day. And I love our little black squirrels that we have. They're so cute. Coming up to a beautiful row of colorful row houses and some warehouse lofts. And we're back cutting through, I think I cut through Argyle here and made my way back to Trinity. And we're going to cut through Queen West. This is Queen West right now. God, I love those streetcars. and we're gonna make our way. I think we're gonna come down, and Queen West is a lot different than every street in Toronto has its own energy, has its own mix of different trend. Like King Street is very cosmopolitan, and Queen West is a lot more funky and trendy, but it depends on where you are in Queen West because Queen West and King West run east and west. So throughout the east and west, it does change the vibrancy. This is a Michelin star restaurant there, which was the Adulis, and then that's the old tavern on the corner of Niagara and Tecumseh. That is super busy. That's been there for like 50 years, I think. This is a very cool street. This is Niagara Street. This is a very, very super cool Niagara neighborhood in Toronto. Is probably a very niche, one of the best kept secret neighborhoods in Toronto. Historically, it's wasn't like really the greatest because it was factory post-war workers like lived there to work in factories nearby, but through and through as it got converted to a lot of like residential areas, a lot of people live in that area. You don't have any buses going in through that area. There's no heavy traffic. It's very quiet, and yet it's very well connected to all parts of the city, including Trinity Bellwoods, King West, Liberty Village, and the waterfront. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Thanks for watching. Bye.